afternoon, Flying Toasters. My name is Heather Gibbs, and I'm reporting live from Edina, Minnesota to talk about raising the tobacco sale age from 18 to 21. Most recently, the city of Edina passed an ordinance making it the first city in the state of Minnesota to raise the legal tobacco sale age from 18 to 21 years old. This new law applies to all tobacco products, including cigarettes, e-cigarettes, and smokeless tobacco. As with any new law, this has been a debatable topic from all the residents in Edina. The mayor of Edina, James Hovland, cited recent data for passing this ordinance from the Institute of Medicine. The Institute of Medicine is a panel of experts that advises the federal government on public health issues. It's also important to note that as of last year, the states of California and Hawaii also passed this ordinance. The Institute of Medicine, IOM, shows that raising the age from 18 to 21 would reduce the number of teens becoming addicted to tobacco. Also, it results in 286,000 fewer premature deaths. In addition, they're predicting that 12% fewer smokers will be in the population by the year 2100. Richard Bonney, the chair of the IOM committee, states that increasing the minimum age to 21 would prevent or delay 15 to 17-year-olds from taking up the habit. This report specifically looks at the benefits of raising the age from 19, 21, and 25. Bonnie explains that younger teens often get older teens to buy cigarettes for them. However, with the age being increased to 21, there's a smaller gap of 15-year-olds knowing 21-year-olds to buy them this. Brian May, a spokesperson from Philip Morris, said, raising the minimum age to purchase tobacco is a complex issue. Before local government and states get involved, they should give Congress the time to actually consider raising the age limit. Some Edina residents agree, citing that this is just a small inconvenience for those who can go to Richfield or Bloomington to just purchase their cigarettes. Over the past 50 years, tobacco control efforts have led to 8 million fewer people smoking cigarettes. However, more than 40 million Americans still smoke. So raising the age to 21 to some makes no sense when 18-year-olds can serve in the military, get married, and enter into legal contracts. Concerns have also been raised about how it could be enforced at no cost to taxpayers. So I have taken the time to go into the Edina community to actually get feedback, and I will say the feedback is split evenly. I have scampered to find some residents. So some of the pros that we've heard, Larry King cites that smoking should be illegal for any age. Individuals aren't competent enough to make their own decisions. They need local, state, and federal governments to step in and tell us what is right and what is wrong. They will fix all of our problems. We need to take parenting and personal responsibility out of the equation. Those are such outdated and irrelevant concepts nowadays. Meanwhile, Beyonce Knowles stated, keep kids safe and healthy. I fully support raising the legal age to purchase cigarettes to 21, right along with alcohol. Whether or not teens will continue to be rebellious and try to consume these harmful substances illegally is less of a concern, and the ability of adults to fully prosecute, penalize, fine, and in all other ways hold accountable the big tobacco companies, convenience store clerks, BFFs, negligent parents, and others who enable these vulnerable young people to become addicted to harmful substances long before they have the necessary confidence, independence, and developmental comprehension to choose against taking a first puff or a first drink. And in contrast, the cons, Michelle Ruling stated, once you're 18, you're an adult. I don't dislike the smoking habit. I'd never personally do it. But once you're 18, you're indeed an adult and can choose for yourself whether you want to do such a thing. Taking away this ability will only make people want to do it more at a young age, so why bother? Whereas Eric B. Rakim agrees, pretty much. It says, you can buy a gun at 18. There's no reason to treat an adult like he or she cannot make his or her own decisions. The drinking age should be lowered to 18. Also, consider Colorado and Washington in all of this. Smoke what? The question is ambiguous when we're in an era where we are beginning to legalize other smoking materials. So there you have it. The question remains, should the smoking age be raised to 21? Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Questions?
Questions?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Restart your clock. Zero.
Paul, did you have a question?
Sure. So why have an age at all? Because I think possibly by moving it to 21, you just encourage more behavior because now it becomes even more enticing as to why.
And you're correct. That's definitely what some of the population is saying as well. Those same sentiments. The reasoning is really with the age gap. So as a 15-year-old, they are more likely to know someone 16, 17, someone 18 who's actually able to purchase cigarettes for them. Whereas if there's someone who's 21, that gap is so much bigger that unless it's probably a sibling or a very close family member, it wouldn't be someone they're in school with, hopefully, but that person would be able, hopefully, unable to purchase them cigarettes.
Yeah, but if you compare it to alcohol, you know, 15, 16-year-olds that are drinking alcohol, 13, 14-year-olds are drinking alcohol. So I'm not sure I'm buying that argument about the gap being so big, because they're still getting it in high school, alcohol.
I would actually still question where they are getting alcohol from at 13. So if that's the case, then I actually would just even say that data shows that that is more so not the case. Not saying that it doesn't happen. Yes.
I still see it's going to be a problem with these 18-year-olds traveling over to the next county to buy cigarettes. How is that going to help?
It will, exactly. And that is one of the great cons as well, that with that here in the Twin Cities, you know, our cities are, there's walkable distance just to go to the next block and you're actually in a whole new city of Richfield or Bloomington. Yes.
I apologize, you might have provided it, but I might not have retained it. Was there a evaluation of the change in the drinking age from 18 to 21 that demonstrated a drop-off as they suppose would happen with changing smoking purchase from 18 to 21?
Very good question. I would say that this focus that the Institute of Medicine focused on was for tobacco use, more so than comparing it to tobacco with alcohol. So at this point with this data, this is just in comparison to what the experts would say the results would be versus 16, 17, 18-year-olds and purchasing tobacco from 18-year-olds as opposed to those age groups purchasing from 21-year-olds. Last question, Gary.
So, are there any benchmarks for other countries that have done this? Do all countries have age limits for tobacco or no?
For all the other countries, the Institute of Medicine only focused on the United States, and the actual benchmark right now at this point are with the states of California and Hawaii only. They've had this ordinance passed for the last year. Madam Toastmaster.